Hello, this is me again. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back, and to all of you who are the first time with me. My name is Diarra. I am an intuitive card reader from Germany, and this is another love pick a card reading. The topic today will be what should I do? So you all have different kind of situations going on. Many of you are in a twin flame relation connection, with this on and off, push and pull energy. And yeah, one of my subscribers just asked me to do a reading where we can try to find out what you should do in your current situation. Always keep in mind that this is a general open reading. I'm reading here for the collective, for a huge amount of people spread all over the world. Many of you live in the United States, some of you in India, Saudi Arabia, Germany, Switzerland, Austria, so South Africa. Every situation is different. Please take everything with a grain of salt and be objective. Sometimes the messages that come up in a general and sometimes also in a personal reading is not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear, okay? Please keep that in mind. And if you ever feel drawn to take a personal reading, I think I have a very reasonable price, which is 15 euros, 1 5. It's not 50, it's 15 euros per question. And I know that for some of you, especially if you live in the second or third world, it is a lot of money and you are not able to purchase a personal reading, neither from me or for some other readers. But still, this is my price. I live in Germany, and even though I do not depend on you purchasing a personal reading from me because I have some other jobs going on, I'm a yoga teacher, I'm a flight attendant, but still, there always have to be some kind of exchange. This is one of the universal laws. If you want to have something, if you want to receive something, you have to give back something in return, okay? And second thing that I would only like to mention here as well is thank you so much, you guys, for all your feedback and comments and ideas and sharing your story. Thank you so much for sharing, liking, and subscribing to my channel. I'm having almost 9,000 subscribers now, so I'm very thankful for that, okay? So let's get started. This is pile number 1, which is the rose quartz here. If you choose pile number 1, what should you do? What's the next step for you to do when it comes to your love interest? The person. This is not gender specific. Could be that you are a man. Could be that you are a woman. Maybe you are in love with a man, in love with a woman. I don't know. This is a timeless reading as well. This is going to be pile number 2. And this beautiful leaf, I bought myself some flowers this morning on the market, is going to be pile number 3. Okay? Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Please make your choice. Take a deep breath in and out. And let's get started with pile number 1. What should you do? So let's first have a look into the current energy between you guys. You guys have been through a lot. I can see that. It could also be that some of you live very far away from each other. So they may not be that much of a contact. So the topic for you could be distance and closeness, not being able to spend as much time together as you like. Or for others of you, it's really like you've been through a lot already. This could be definitely a twin flame connection, on and off, yes and no, I want you, I don't want you, we are together, we are not together. And, the whole story, I don't want to get too much into the details here because I think you know your situation best. But just for you, so you can see whether you resonate with this pile number 1. This is for people who are either living very far away from their love interest and they are not able to spend a lot time together, and now you are asking whether or not it's worth waiting any longer, if things are getting better, or it is for those of you who have been through a lot with this person. And I also have to mention here that could be that there is other people involved. Let's say it like this. Like third party situation, maybe even four party situations, children involved, divorce involved, marriages involved, like very heavy energy still going on with the ex, stuff like that, okay? Other people involved. So, I see a lot of passion here, and the willing to be dominant. So it could be that the person of your interest is the very dominant person, someone who has a huge ego, someone who always wants to say how things have to go, how things have to, just to, like he wants to dictate the rules of the game, or otherwise there will be no game at all. This is also what I'm sensing here. A lot of hot energy, a lot of things going on, sex related connections, maybe using sex in order to get what you want. Things like that. Okay, so and now back to the question, what should you do? What is spirit wanting you to know in order to move forward? What should you do? What could be the best next step for you to do in order to get back to smoother waters? And they want you to connect with your feminine intuition. This is the moon card in reverse. So it's also saying that you should not be worshipping people. You should not be like putting people on a pedestal. Maybe you did that in the past. Maybe because there is such a huge distance between you guys, so you never got the chance to really get to know each other. I mean, you know each other, yes. Maybe you're texting a lot, talking a lot via the telephone, writing each other's emails, like long stories, how your week was, and he's sharing his stories with you and stuff. But still, there was never a real close connection between you guys, like as it should be, like real contact in the real world. Because if you are only like texting with someone, or speaking via the cell phone with someone, still this is something else, like being in a real contact. And this is for you the thing that you should really try to get in real contact in the real world with someone. So this is, maybe even obvious. If you have a long distance relation, always you should try to get closer to each other. So, and this is also like maybe why the moon card came out in reverse, that you should not lose yourself into fantasies, but rather trying to step out of those illusionary thinking. Okay? Especially because it could be that there are other people involved. You may know that, you may not know that. So you should really try to be clear here. Okay? Yes, get in contact with your feminine intuition, listen to your gut feeling, but be real here. Okay, listening to the gut feeling does not mean that you keep on losing yourself in fantasies and illusionary thinking. It's kind of the opposite. Because maybe you already know that there is something off. Maybe you know that there could be something else, somebody else involved in this story. Especially if you're having a long distance relation. You never know what this other person is doing back where he lives. Because, you don't see him. He can tell you basically everything, via the cell phone, via text messages, via, FaceTime, or however you are in contact. And especially for those who've been through a lot. Maybe it's not a long distance relationship, but you just been through a lot, push and pull energy on and off, and like kind of this I love you but I hate you energy. For you as well, it's the same message. You should really try not to put this person on a pedestal anymore, and to be realistic, be objective, and listen to your gut feeling, but not meaning like lose yourself in fantasies and see everything through pink glasses, but kind of the opposite. Okay, be realistic here with the moon card in reverse. What else do we have? What else does Spirit want to tell you? Yeah, they tell you that it might be even good to give up hope. I'm sorry that I am so straightforward here and so blunt, but I don't like to cover things into, I don't know, like cotton balls, because yeah, it may be for you, pile number one, who choose the rose quartz, could be a good idea to give up hope, to not wait any longer for this person to make a decision, or for a good opportunity for you moving closer together, especially if this is going on already for years and years and years, and you feel like you're stuck, and you feel like the energy, what I said in the beginning, a lot of red and hot energy, but not in a good way, more like in an aggressive way. You should really consider to give up hope. And sometimes, this is not for every one of you, but sometimes in those moments when we consider to do plan B, although it may be very, very hard for us to do so, things are changing. The energy is shifting. But first of all, you have to choose to give up. You have to choose to not wait any longer. You hear me? You know what I mean? So for you, pile number one could be, that you should give up hope here. Sorry, but and then maybe things will change or they will not change. But still, the message is, do not wait any longer. Do not put that much energy into this relation any longer, because it may not lead you to where you actually want to be. Because what you want is love. You want a true commitment. You want someone who you can rely on, who's trustworthy, who loves you, who has not other people going on, like secretly. And you may not get this from this person. Okay? Pile number one. Let's pull one more message for you, pile number one. Especially since this was maybe not what you wanted to hear here. What should you do? Give up hope. What should you do? Wait no longer. This is a clear message, but maybe not the message you wanted to hear. But as I said in the beginning, sometimes it's not what we want to hear, it's what we need to hear, okay? So what do they want you to know? Pile number one, final message. Yeah, be the director of your own life. This is the young card. There, they want you to write your own script, to be no longer in a needy and waiting position, like letting him or her decide what's going up, but you should take some action in order to move forward into the right direction, not like in any direction or in direction towards this person, but in the right direction. And that direction may not be the direction that you thought it would be, okay? Be in charge. Choose wisely, okay? Make some decisions. Give up hope, give up illusionary thinking. Like all those soap bubbles and dreams and fantasies and castles in the air. Do no longer, use that kind of energy in order to keep your hopes up. If you want a real committed relationship with a real person, a mature person, a long-term relationship based on true love, you have to step out of this illusionary thinking, pile number one. Sorry if I am that straightforward, but this is what the cards wanted me to tell you today. Okay, pile number one. So let's move forward. Pile number two, and thank you for everyone who's willing to listen to the whole message in order to give the other people some timestamps. By the way, sometimes I do it myself if I have a lot of time, but I have a lot of personal readings to do as well, and I found myself not doing that timestamping anymore in my last readings. So thank you for all of you who are doing it instead for me, okay? So pile number two, this is minute 15 and 25 seconds. Pile number two, what should you do? What is the current energy? Let's start with this. The current energy with you and the person you are asking for, you know, your love interest, your crush, your ex, your boyfriend, whatsoever, there is something going on with communication. I think communication is blocked here. There is not so much communication going on. This can be due to shyness. You know, someone is very timid and not daring to make the first step, or this could be just because there has been a fight, a discussion, you know, some kind of arguments going on, accusations. So something off with the communication here. And I do also see you stalking him or her via social media. So maybe that the communication that you guys are having, and not only the communication, but also maybe the whole connection is based on the social world. For some of you, definitely this is the case. So this is maybe not someone you are dealing with in the real life, you know, like an ex or a current boyfriend, but instead it's someone that you only know via the social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you guys use. And yeah, the communication is not really there yet. You know, you never really had the chance to talk to this person in reality. So let's see, what else do we have? So what should you do? What's good for you to do? What could be the next step for you, pile number two? You should not do anything. And this is, I do not have this message very often. And I think this is something that is very hard for us to do. Just do nothing. Nothing at all. Don't do a thing. Rest. Take a break. Pause. Maybe you've done a lot already, pile number two. Maybe you even freaked out over this whole situation, pile number two. Maybe there was a lot of communication going on, screaming, fighting, you know, like trying to make your point, discussing, accusations, shouting at somebody. And now it's time for you to don't do a thing. Pause. Take a break. And I was just, this was the topic of my last yoga classes the other week. I was talking with the people about taking a break, and not only taking a break, but also like to embrace the silence in between actions. Because we people, especially in the Western world, but I think it applies to all of us, you know, like we have so many things going on, meetings, you know, like friends, things with the work, the job situation. We have to earn money, we have to be successful, we have to get a good education, and I don't know, you know, like with all those social media stuff going on Instagram, we have to post pictures and always try to be, you know, like shown in a good light and blah blah blah, you know what I mean. But in this case here, pile number two, they want you to don't do that. Do not lose yourself so much in the social media world. Do not communicate so much about what you want, what your true feelings are. Don't do a thing. And this may be very hard for you to do, but you should really try, at least try to do this for some time. Let's start maybe by 3 days. Okay, so what about like for 3 days you are not stalking this other person via the internet, you are not checking out this other person's account on Instagram, you are not listening to so many pick a card readings, trying to figure out what he feels, what he wants, if he thinks about you and stuff. You should just don't do anything. Pause, take a break. Go out, meditate, do some yoga. I mean, some people hate yoga, some people have no connection to meditation at all. Then do something else, horseback riding, draw a picture, write something in a journal, or just read a good book. I mean, when was the last time that you just took the time for yourself to read a good book? Do that instead, okay? Don't do a thing. You want to know what you should do in order to get back in touch with this person or what? Nothing. You should not do nothing. Be patient. Believe in divine timing and guidance. Believe in the process of life. And it may be very easy or quite easy to don't do anything and to embrace the silence if you know that something is going to happen in the nearest future. But it's way more difficult and challenging if you are forced to do nothing when you don't know whether something is going to happen in the nearest future. This is way more challenging. And this is maybe the reason why we are always, like trying to do things and making things happen and stuff. But in your case, you should no longer try to make things happen. You should just let them happen organically. Don't do anything. Pause. Take a break. What else? Yeah. This is so great. I love my cards. Perfect timing. Yeah, and this is exactly what I just said. Believe in divine guidance and divine timing. Time will tell. Everything will happen what's meant to happen. And what's not meant to happen, it will not happen anyways. You can force things to happen, but will that make you happy? Think about it. Will it make you happy if you have to force someone to love you or to be with you or to get in touch with you? Believe in the process of love and life. Because what's meant for you to happen and to be, no one can take away from you anyways. It will happen. Sooner or later it will happen if it's meant to be. If it's not meant to be, you can try to force it, but at the end of the day, it won't last. Okay? So this is your message, pile number 2. Believe in divine guidance. And I'm going to pull out another card for you as well, as I did for the first pile also. One final and last message here with this reading. Is there anything else that your guides would like to share with you today? Yeah, breathe. And this fits so well into the previous message, right? Take a pause, take a break, breathe. And breathe, if you breathe, you live. Connect yourself with your life again, okay? Take that break, embrace the silence, and believe in divine guidance and everything that I mentioned before, okay? This is such a perfect finisher here for your pile number 2. And you see this beautiful colors here, blue in every shades, and this means like to feel again. Maybe you've been so hectically doing things and organizing things and stuff that you were not connected with life again anymore. And you should really I'm constantly hearing here that you should connect yourself with life again, with your life, not with this other person's life, via the social media, by orbiting him and stuff. You should connect yourself with your life again, with your life. What do you want? What do you believe in? What do you need? Okay? Connect yourself with your own life again. Be in charge. Make decisions and just take a break, okay? Take a break. Pile number 3, this leaf. What's going on with you and your love interest? What's going on, and not only what's going on, this is not the main question. The main question is, what should you do in order to move forward? So first of all, the current energy between you and the person is has something to do with a message. Maybe you received a message, maybe someone broke up with you, and this is the current state. And now you are like, okay, what should I do? He broke up with me. Is he still loving me? Is there still a chance that we get back together? Should I wait? Will there be reconciliation? And yeah, what should I do? So there has been a message, I think a breakup message. Someone broke up with you. There is a separation going on. And this has to do with a person who has a very, very huge ego. A very huge ego. Someone who is like, yeah, selfish. I have to say it like that. Who's very selfish and, yeah, very much in contact with himself. So it's always like me, 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 and then nothing, and then it's me again, and then maybe it's you. Okay? But first it's me. So you may have been involved with someone who is, yeah, carrying this energy. You know, someone who is maybe even who was not able to really express his or her feelings to you, in order, because he has such a big ego. And I mean, okay, the question is, why is this person having such a big ego? This could be like kind of a protection shield, because this person is maybe afraid of showing his true face to other people. You know, this can be like a protection, like acting as if he is very self-confident and satisfied and strong and stuff, but in reality he is also vulnerable. Yeah. And for some of you, I mean, I'm reading here for the collective, and for the majority it was maybe just an asshole that you've been involved with. Yeah. But for some of you, you know, like the minority of you could also be like, this person told you something which hurts you, but he did that in order to protect himself. Okay? Take just what resonates with you, because I think you know your situation best. And this is not like future related, this is the current energy. So you know best what's going on between you and the person. So whether he is an asshole and has a big ego, or whether he is maybe someone who is very strong from the outside, but in the inside still a vulnerable and sensible person. Okay, but something with a message. There was a message, there was communication, and this message, I don't know, changed things between you guys. Could be a breakup, as I said. So what should you do then? This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is very positive energy I'm catching up here. Very positive energies, and I think they want me to say, believe in miracles. You, pile number 3, I mean, from all of those 3 spreads, this is the most positive one, because here there is still hope. For you, pile number 3, there is still hope when it comes to you and your love interest. There is still hope, and there will be a good opportunity. Let's see what the other cards are showing, but so far I can tell you the spirits, they are protecting you. And not only you, but also the other person. And there will be a situation that's acting like a door opener. Do you know what I want to say? A door will open for you. A good opportunity will cross your way. No, and if you, maybe, yes, you are separated. Maybe he said to you, you know what, I don't want to be with you anymore. I break up, I quit, leave me alone, don't call me anymore, and blah, blah. But still, I tell you, there is still hope. There is still hope. And maybe I was wrong, I was right when I said that this person maybe acts very hard and strong and like, you know, being a dude and a very yeah, like dominant energy, and like always acting like he has everything under control and da 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 da. But in reality, this is a vulnerable person. This is someone who acts in this way in order to protect himself. So, two more cards. Yeah, I'm having the yes card here. As I said, there is still some hope for you guys. And also, I'm having the card that they want you to be very clear in your communication what you want. What do you want? Be clear, okay? Speak your truth. There is still some hope, so you may want to depending on your personal situation, you may want to think about whether you should send a message to this other person. This is not maybe for every one of you. Always be very careful with those things, like trying to make things happening and like forcing things to happen. But since this reading is named What Should I Do? I'm hearing that I should tell you that for some of you, it could be good if you do something. I may not be able to tell you exactly what you should do, but I can tell you that you should do something. And I think that you know best what this something is, okay? Depending on your personal individual situation. There is still hope, and there will be a situation, a good opportunity, like a door opener. Okay, something you will meet in a public event, or you have maybe some friends that you both know and they will help you in the situation. I don't know, something like that. But there is still hope, especially, with this yes card. The answer is quite clear. What should you do, pile number 3? Do something. Do something in order to make it happen, and be clear in your communication. It's not like, they don't want you to act like a poker face and to use certain strategies here, but to be clear. Just be clear, be honest. Express your love, right? Express your love. What else am I getting for you? Pile number 3. What should you do, pile number 3, in your specific situation? What should you do? Yeah, they want you to... We have the card orphaned in reverse. So, orphaned in reverse is for me like, I should tell you to do not separate yourself so much from the world or from this other person. As I said, this other person may broke up with you, and now you are like, very desperate, and you lost hope, and you are hurt, you don't know what to do. And this is why I said, like, be careful with this, like making the first step, because if he broke up with you, he had his reasons. But sometimes it can be good to step forward and to say, like, what, I know you broke up with me, and I know you told me that I don't want to contact you anymore, but can you please just be honest with me and tell me whether there is another chance for us? And then, if he tells you, like, no, there is no chance, I do have another person already, or something like that, this is just an example, then at least okay? So again, this message here for me is like the confirmation: you should do something. You should do something, and because then even though this person broke up with you, and you feel like, okay, I can't do anything right now because he broke up with me, and I can't do a thing now. Still, you can do a thing if you want. But maybe the outcome, if you do something, the outcome will not you and him being together again. But still, okay? If you have any doubts whether he loves you or not, do something. in order to remove all those clouds and doubts. So you know. And this is maybe even, isn't that actually the most simplest thing in the world? If you have a question, ask. It's simple as that. But sometimes we are afraid to ask certain questions because we know that we do not want to know the answers. This is the thing. So if there is any kind of question that you would like to ask this person, because of the breakup, because of his big ego, because of everything that has been going on between you guys, you should really consider like, okay, do I want to know the truth? Do I want to have the answer? Yes or no? And if I want to have the answer, I have to ask. Ask and it is given. This is like, I think this is a Bible quote, right? Ask and it is given to you. But you have to ask first. There is still a chance for you guys, at least the chance for clarity. If you want a clear answer, if you really want to know things, you rather should ask the person who can give you the answers instead of listening to general and open YouTube readings. Because, I mean, again, me and all the other readers out there, they will always tell you these are general messages and they will not resonate with everyone out there. If you really want to know the truth, depending on your specific individual personal situation, you have to purchase a personal reading. And if you cannot afford it because you live in a second or third world country, then maybe you find some people in your world who are not charging that much money to help you. I don't know. But, or make it even simpler and ask the person. You know, don't ask a third party, ask the person because he or she will tell you. If you want to know things, you have to ask. And this is your message pile number 3. And yes, there is still hope. Maybe not hope for you guys to get together again, but at least for the hope for clarity. And this is what you want. You want clarity. This is why you listen to readings. Yeah, this is why you use cards, because you want to know. You want clarity. You want answers. So, this is it, you guys. Thank you very much for listening, and see you next time. Bye.